If you are live and it is lunchtime and I'm on the coffee, I've got a double flat white. So that's basically 2 flat whites and 1 cup, which is effectively 4 shots of coffee. So I'll probably be buzzing my head off in a bit. But 11:55, I'm calling that lunch. Too late. Just talking to Phil Barnes via text. Yeah, well, I don't expect a lot of people to be here, but I wanted to just have a bit of a note that this morning we had a little bit of a bit of troll action in the Dynodaze live stream this morning, and you've got to take the rough with the smooth. You've got to expect to have trolls, and what I find totally amazing about them, in my personal opinion, is. Oh, I'm gonna have to get that. No, I'm not. What I find totally amazing about trolls is that they're there no matter what, and they're still paying your bills for you, which is lovely. Just on lunch. Drop me a text. So anyway, the roof rust. I'm watching at the gym, says Barzi. Well, thank you for being a member. You're all sweaty. I'm not so sweaty. But then again, you do often text me whilst I'm in the bath. Yeah, so the thing with trolls is you get trolls and you've got to ignore the trolls and you've got to push on and push forward and stick to what you're doing and never let them get you down. And it's as simple as that. Anyway, my FN2 Civic. Let's talk about cars. Let's talk about my Honda FN2 Civic. It's had the roof rust repaired. I'm waiting on a part from Honda before the windscreen goes back in. Like a bit of sweaty, says Barnesy. Yeah, so the waiting for the windscreen to go back in, but I'm missing a part from Honda, which is the strip, which has been what's the word where they change a part? Superseded. So waiting on that part to come in, which should be today, and then the windscreen to go back in. The roof looks brand new, absolutely brand new. So far that it actually looks like the rest of the car is still filthy. So Keith's actually in there as we speak, and he's going around, he's polishing it. He's polishing it, he's making it shiny. And then we're going to pick up. Hi, Steve. Doing a bit of a lunchtime coffee chat. Yeah, so Keith's going around it, polishing it, doing a good job of that. And at that point, we're going to pick out the defects that are definitely going to need painting and formulate a plan. I don't necessarily want it. Hello, it's Ben from Artec. Special guest, Ben from Artec.
Who's that?
This is the live chat.
Hi.
There's all of 1 people watching at the moment, but they love it. Are you all right? Have you found him?
I think he's in the garage still, isn't he?
He might well be. Yeah, it's always nice to have special guests like Ben at Artec who comes in and swears and then leaves. He's round because we're going to be doing a bit of welding for him. And then possibly looking at his van as well, because he's got a very nice transporter van, and he's seen the Uncle Keith's paint shop video of the transporter, of the caddy van that we did. And yeah, possibly we could get some work from him to do that. So yeah, so Keith's going around the FN2 with the polisher, making it all look very, very pretty. Then we're going to choose exactly what it is that we're going to do. Yeah, and move forward slowly but surely. You know, it's not something I want to do right now. I don't want to paint the whole entire car right now, but you know, I might do it. We'll see. I'm waiting on the Lithuanians today, who have said that they will contact me and resolve my issue. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've decided to unfollow every Dodge Challenger on eBay because it's just making me feel poorly. So I'm no longer following Dodge Challengers on eBay because that's not happening this year. It's not. I need one. Don't get me wrong, but it's not happening this year. So a bit more website work for me. Like I said to you guys, and it's interesting that you're here, is that we're doing a bit more members only stuff on YouTube, And I think some of the stuff that we're doing is going to be more behind the scenes stuff for you guys, but it might be stuff that, you know, if the positivity is there, we might have it as members only content for the first week, and then obviously flip it over so that everyone can watch it. But we don't know yet. We'll see how we get on. What are you doing tonight, guys? What is it that you're looking forward to? What are you doing tonight? Are you all off to Jap Show? Are you? Pod. Yeah, he was a naughty boy, wasn't he? Bonzi was a naughty boy. This coffee's really strong. I don't seem to be able to get into the mood today. Into the mood of things. I think I'm just going to list FK8 parts on the website today. Oh, PS5. I might come and watch you. I might come and watch tonight. Can you spectate? Do you know? Or is one of you guys going to stream? Or do Cowabunga Cardari stream it? Hi, Chris. Hi, Chrissy. Hope you're well. Chrissy, are we going to do you some coilovers at cost, or what? What are we doing? I think we need to do that. Chrissy. Yeah. No one's done me a super thanks yet. I'm going to moan about that now. Find a video and someone test that the super thanks feature works. That's what I need to happen. Hey, look at this. Look what Starbucks sent us. Starbucks sent us a load of broken biscuits, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Robster VTech is streaming. That's awesome. Then I shall be there, and I shall watch. That'll be great. What sort of time is that happening? Is it past my bedtime? You know I go to bed early, guys, don't you? Price. Well, I'm going to do it now. BC coilovers. BC coilovers for an FN2. We don't really need yellow speed. 9-ish, way past my bedtime. Honda, which is here. Here it is. The Honda Civic, the mighty Honda Civic. And we want an FN, which is there. Right. And that's going to cost, where's my calculator? So including shipping, that is going to be, let's see, I'm going to message you, Chris. I'm going to message you. I'm going to tell you're going to see what they cost me now. So don't share this information, Chrissy Wissy. Chrissy Wissy. Facebook coming at you. There we go. That's done. See, that's the whole point of the live chat. You've got me. You've got me to yourself. Well, we should send it to me. We should definitely promote it. So does the live chat, is there like one of those things on YouTube where it's like going live in 3 hours sort of thing? Because if it was Robster VTech, we could share it. We could share it for you and get as many people watching as possible for you. I think that'd be nice. That'd definitely help. Who do you love? Me? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Everyone needs to feel loved, don't they? Well, that's funny. Oh, good. That's nice. I just noticed. Typically, I just noticed that the thumbnail that's been emailed out for this video is now Chris saying, "I'm waiting for my price," which is just totally typical. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and change that. I don't know how I can even do that. Maybe that's because it's still live. But it's all fun and games. Hate it. You put it on Facebook, I think. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, I could definitely share it on Facebook, can't I? Definitely do that. Although I did whittle. I don't know whether you guys saw this, but I got my Facebook. It used to be at 5. I used to have 5,000 friends on Facebook, which was insane because I only actually have ever met 6 people. And I got it right down to like 600 people, and you know, even that was like hard work. I did adopt a stalker by removing people from my Facebook. Someone got very upset, but I think they may have had mental health issues anyway. So I tried not to go in too hard when they were being complete morons about me unfriending them. Social media is the enemy, man. Hey, look, Phil. This is going on your car when it turns up. Got to find a nice place for the D, because we know you love the D. The D that is Dynodaze. So where is everyone on this? Are you on your lunch? Chris, are you on your lunch? Bonds is in the gym, so he's clearly got a day off. Are you allowed to race for modifications? Is everybody allowed to modify their cars? That's pretty cool. There's one here with your name on it. Watch this. I'll get my marker pen out. I'll write your name on it. Easy. That's yours. I'll put it there. All right. All right, Barnsley on that one, which is nice. We've had an FN2 in this morning for had a manifold fitted elsewhere, and he wasn't very happy, so we rectified that. That was nice. Oh, can I have one to put on my induction kit, please, mate? Yeah, I think so. Hey, I tell you what, there's a billion Uncle Keith's stickers that everybody gets. Mandatory now. If your car even comes into Warwickshire, you're getting an Uncle Keith sticker put on your car. So you better like that design. There we go. We're doing well. I'm looking for a DC5 JDM EP3 OEM exhaust manifold. Is that something you can supply? No, not a stock part. Not a stock part. You're best off speaking to On a Mission for EP3 stuff. On a Mission might have had something. You're welcome, boys. You're welcome. You're my favourite boys. Is our Richard? It's lunchtime. We're on a lunchtime live for Rich.
Christ, are you on that again?
Yeah.
You need some work.
I've got work. I'm having my coffee. This is my break. I'm having my coffee break.
You haven't started anything.
Would it
What have you
surprise?
actually done this morning?
Would it surprise you to know that I don't answer to you?
What have you done this morning? Give me a rundown of what you've done this morning.
Right, I've dealt with you moaning all morning, ain't I?
Not all
Moaning like
morning.
a spastic all morning. Yeah, but yeah, okay, for an hour or so. What else have I dealt with?
What physical work have you done this morning?
I've packaged some parcels. I've done some drop
So
shipping.
that's 3 minutes worth of work.
So listen to him. I'd love one day.
So
right,
1.5 minutes per package. Yeah,
one
so
day. The difference between what I do and what you do, Richard, is that whilst what you do, like
sounds like you're explaining.
I'm going to explain. So let's just say hypothetically you fit an exhaust manifold today. Whilst that would take me a week, right? Whilst it would take me a week, if you had to do my job, it'd never get done because you wouldn't last 2 minutes dealing with the shit that I deal with before you quit. So whilst I could do your job and it'd take me 8 weeks, you would never.
You suggested that I couldn't handle the stress of putting some sellotape on a parcel and posting it.
Yeah, I'll deal with the gas. Deal with the gas. Deal with the gas, man. Yeah, I've even got business cards. Deal with him.
Oh, nice.
Shut up, Richard. For fuck's sake, it's lunchtime. What have you got? What's it? Sit about all day wanking and eating what's it?
No.
Did you get Ben's thing sorted?
Yeah.
That's good. It's funny.
That just reminded me I've got to get the welder fixed.
Again. Yeah, that seems to be thought in your side at the moment.
Well, it was like, it was fine yesterday again. And then it
Fizzed.
Yeah, it fizzed. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I went to use it again and did the same again. I was like, I've been down this road before. If it blows a massive hole in this, so I'm going to take it round Paul's and get him to finish it off. I thought it was low on gas, but it was low on gas. And I thought that was it. But it's like as soon as it arced out, it went to full power.
You know what full power?
There's something gone wrong again.
In the board.
It keeps blowing little resistors on it, don't it?
Maybe the earth's not good enough.
No, you changed that last time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Put the extra one on it.
Read that.
What's it saying?
It says, without this YouTube channel, I'd have never have found you for parts or mapping.
Who's that?
Steve, with the FN2, that we've done a load of work on. He's just highlighting that these live chats are important. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, mate.
Don't encourage him.
Don't encourage him. Hi, Dan. Cheers for the brake pads. You are welcome. You are welcome. Oh, I'm gonna have to answer this. Bear with me, uno momentes. I'm back. I'm back. I've had to leave the gym. You two are making me laugh. Well, he doesn't make me laugh, but someone's got to. Thanks for sticking up for me, Steve. I appreciate it. Right, so that was... Where's my diary? Oh, I'm resting on it. Where's my actual work diary? Has he robbed me? He robbed me. Cool, we're booked up, you know. Ugh. Accountant coming. I don't want to see that. There we go. Stapler. Party time. It's another FN2 booked in. Happy days. Yeah, we're stacked. We're stacked out. Yeah, we basically, someone had a few mental health problems and decided to block 2,500 people on the Love of Mitsubishi group, which was entertaining because obviously I had to sit and unblock all of those. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I don't think I'd. I don't. Oh, here's the trolls. Greetings. Yeah. So basically, we got. You cried on Messi. I've never cried. I'll tell you why I've never cried. Because I've got a job. I've got a job, and I get to do what I want with my life. Hey, AB Express. Good to speak to you. Yeah. Unfortunately, I get to do what I want with my life, and some people don't like that. So when I unfriended somebody on Facebook, they got quite upset. And I don't take Facebook as being real friends. I take Facebook as being acquaintances. So therefore, when I wanted to remove somebody off my Facebook message, off my Facebook page, I didn't count that as a slur at all. Not a bit. But they didn't like it. They got upset. And their mental health issues showed. And I'm a big advocate for mental health. And I know how important it is, especially as a man, to have to be able to talk about it and make sure that you get the support you need when you need it. And I've done a lot, as far as I can tell, for making sure that car enthusiasts and men speak about mental health when they need to. Because it can be quite lonely as a dude, having those sorts of thoughts and not feeling like you can speak about them. So what I decided to do was make sure that people can speak. And then when I come across someone who's clearly having an episode, it makes you think. It makes you think twice about arguing, because ultimately you don't know what someone's going through in their life, and you don't know how their day has been. So it's best to just be very, what's the word? Chilled when it comes to dealing with such situations. And if someone wants to act like a 12-year-old girl and start deleting people off groups, you're not going to stop that. You're not going to stop that, especially, when you've decided to trust someone to be a moderator. And when they get upset and they do that sort of thing, all they do is they made 2,000 less friends that day. Because when you mess with other people's stuff on groups, it tends to be the case that no one will ever thank you. So instead of naming and shaming, I've just left that alone, because you just don't know what's going on in people's lives, and you can't expect other people to be happy all the time, and you don't know what they're going through. So there's a life lesson for anybody that removes someone from their Facebook friends list, that you just don't know how people are feeling at that particular time. But afternoon, AB Express, yes, looking forward to the 23rd. We can get that Jap Speed exhaust fitted, really looking forward to it. And like I've just been saying, it reminds me that I get to do what I want to do with my life, and I'm very fortunate. I get to see awesome cars day in, day out. I get to work with my friends. I get to earn a living. I feel privileged from being able to do what I want. Basically, live the dream. And whilst I haven't bought my £67,000 Dodge Challenger this week, that'll happen, and I will feel proud about it. But currently, I'm spending too much money on my Honda Civic, so I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Would you gain much power from an Ecotec on a completely stock FN2? Well, no, not peak power, but it's about power under the curve. So when you're mapping a completely stock FN2 on Ecotec software, you are going to gain some mid-range. So mid-range power. And this is the bit that I expected on my car. This is on my personal FN2. That's what I felt was lacking. And when I had mine mapped, it had some mods, but we mapped it, and it transformed the mid-range. And the standard ones that we've seen that we've mapped, it's not just about power. So you get a bit of power in the mid-range on a stock FN2, but you also get drivability, and there's this sense of more control over the car because you've got these Ecotec features. So if you've got a GT spec FN2, you get switchable maps, You know, you get adjustable launch control. It makes you feel more part of the experience of driving and is worth doing. But any tuning is all about flow. So the better exhaust you've got and the better induction kit you've got, the more power you will make, and ultimately the map will respond better. That car will respond better. Will there be time for a power run on that day? Well, that is a good question. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. I'd love to see it on the dyno. Yes, possibly. I'm going to write it in the diary. Basically, we're mapping an EP3 that morning. So assuming that morning, because you're going to be booked in for 1 p.m. So assuming that work goes well and we get to see a glorious EP3 fully mapped up with cams and all sorts of stuff, if that's done on time before lunch and we start yours at 1, bang on, I shouldn't see a problem with that. So I have written it down for you. Yeah, totally, Liam, totally. Yeah, if they want to see, if they want to see something like that, where a group is destroyed by a single person, then yeah, I can't. That's not very cool. That's not very nice. But I'm happy to say that. I'm happy to say that if somebody wants to try and ruin someone's club or anything like that, it's not like end of the world sort of stuff. But yeah, you've got to. It's got to be easier. It's got to be easier to do something positive, creating, than destroying. That's what I think. It's got to be easier to create, and it's got to be better to do something positive and build than to just destroy for wanton destruction. That's what I think. Oh, absolutely, Olive, mate. You know, there's there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said, and having a nice, simple life. That's without a dictator. Brilliant. No one can force you to be in any club or any group. You just got to do what you think is best, and you can be a troll and or not be a troll. It makes a difference. Just enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy what you're doing and have a great life, and positivity to you. And hopefully your car goes from strength to strength and you improve on it. And that's all. That's literally all that matters, is that you're having a good time and you're happy. That's what matters. Thank you, Riz. Thanks. Yeah, we're just having a coffee break, Riz. Basically having a bit of a chill out before we start this afternoon's work. I've got a lot of Honda Civic FK8 parts. That's what I've got to do, and I've got to list them on my website. So it's yeah, that is the plan. That's the plan. And the beauty of having a website, or certainly having these parts on the website, is, hey Chris, I hope you're well. The beauty of having a website is, often, I've said this before, I'm actually more productive in my sleep. So if I'm asleep for 8 hours a night, and when I wake up, I've paid the bills because people have been buying things online, that's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, and then often Richard gets to fit those parts, which is even better. Like that's productive. Another great feeling is Uncle Keith's paint shop has it been open for more than a month now? I think it's been open for more than a month. So another business that Dynodaze has set up, as you probably know. I mean, I'm talking to the choir here. I know that. Preaching to the choir is, we've set up a body shop, a paint shop. So now it just feels like Grand Theft Auto here. You could just drive your car in and it could be tuned and painted, and it could just have new alloys and coilovers. We could transform a car from start to finish. And that's pretty positive. That's got to be pretty positive. Yeah. So we're having a good day anyway. Having a good day. Got some work done. I say we're having a good day. I've just noticed that there's a Seat Leon in the workshop. I wonder how that's snuck in, because it's definitely not Japanese. It's definitely going up on the ramps, so that means we're working on a Seat Leon this afternoon. Is there any difference? Is there any difference? Well, one of them's got Dynodaze on it, so I like those. But we're a Samco dealer. Samco hoses are quality hoses. They're more expensive than the Dynodaze hoses, and they're not as thick, so they won't last as long. I'm convinced I can say that, because they're not as thick ply. But realistically, the Samco induction hose doesn't have the same bore size. We overbored ours to make torque. So the Dynodaze induction hose is thicker, and it's got a bigger bore size if you were to compare them, and that's better for spooling the turbo, because obviously the airflow is better. So they're the only real differences. But Samco, great company. I've been selling Samco hoses since 2008, 9 sort of thing. But when it came to the Colts, in fact, I developed the Samco hoses. I developed Samco hoses. I had to send them a car or send them the hoses, and they developed them for me. And then I had to pay for large batches of them to get them for sale for the owners club, the CZTOC. But then decided that when Forge Motorsport hoses started to become less quality, because we also developed the Forge Motorsport hoses with Forge Motorsport, but when their quality started to wane, we decided to make the Dynodaze hoses, and we got a chance to spec them slightly differently. So we got a turbo intake pipe, and we basically seen what space we had, and we made the most use of that space. So, but yeah, that's the real answer. But Samco hoses are quality, you know, man. And if you needed that specific colour that we didn't have, you can't really go wrong. You can't really go wrong with Samco. They're a great company. They're a British company as well. They're a British company. Yeah, it's good. It's good quality stuff. And you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. How's everybody's YouTube channels getting on? Because I noticed that some of my friends on YouTube are doing very well, and I'm glad to say that although some people like Gareth say that, you know, they're really grateful for my help and stuff, these are just great personalities, and that's why they do so well, is because they work hard at it. But we love Gareth at Expression Culture, so if he does get a chance to watch, you know where we are, and you know where Gareth is, and you can go and check out his channel. And Santa Pod, he'll be at Santa Pod over the weekend, I'm sure, and he'll have a stand. So go and say hello to Gareth if you recognise him, because he's a great chap. I keep kicking my cams. I've got new cams for my FN2, which they're about. These are my cams for the FN2 drag cartel cams. And they're going in my FN2. So I'm looking forward to that. Bit more power, but I'm not aiming for anything massive. But it's got everything else on it already. So a bit more power. I've got to get the Colt. I said that this morning on this morning's live chat. We were talking about MOTs, and on this morning's live chat, I mentioned that my Colt got MOT'd and then drove back from the MOT station, got parked back in exactly the same space, and I haven't driven it. Is there any aftermarket cams for the CZT? Yes, I believe there are. A company in Australia called RPW, and I believe RPW do set of cams. However, cams really aren't going to help. So the reason that Dynodaze has never fitted cams to a CZT is because it's only a 1.5 engine, right? And realistically, anything that you could do with cams, you could just overcome. You could just do with an extra PSI boost. So if you can imagine upgrading the turbo, it's just that would be the way forward. So it would seem to be like what's the word? Not economies of scale. Financially viable. Yeah, cams wouldn't be for me anyway. This is just personal experience. I've owned a Mitsubishi Colt since 2006, which is longer than some people have been driving. There you go. Isn't Gareth amazing? He's an amazing guy. I could have done with him in here today to deal with trolls. It's all good though, ain't it? It's all good. You cannot let trolls get to you, because ultimately you don't, like I said, you don't know what's going on in their life, do you? You don't know whether they've got a pot to piss in. Maybe nobody loves them. You don't know. You just can't be too hard on trolls. That's how I think anyway. Unless they're being racist, like this morning's were. And then if you're being racist, then you're just a scumbag. But yeah, Gareth is amazing. He's amazing. And I think he knew I wasn't going pod this time. But we'll be doing free tickets for pod. I don't know whether you're part of the CZTOC, the CZT community, possibly even the Love of FN2 page. Next year, the plan is that Dynodaze will be paying for the Santa Pod tickets, because we've done that before COVID. We've done that for many years where we paid for the tickets. No, people forget that, don't they? That is a double flat white. It's amazing. What else is in the pipeline for you guys? Do you know what I haven't done for a while? I haven't told you what we're actually doing. Did you see Pinky? I don't know whether you've seen in any of the photographs, but Pinky Pow's in. That's a nice car that we work on a lot. Pinky Pow. Tomorrow we've got to map an EGK swap and an EP3, so that's going to be a nice day. Some nice videos there. We've got a brilliant clubbing on Saturday for an owners club day on the dyno, which is great. If you didn't know, we own a dyno. We've got a Colt in on Monday and an EP3 in. And a supercharged EP3. How cool is that? We've got an EK Coupe K-swap in on Tuesday from Matt. Got an Phillips FN2 in, Philip O'Donovan's FN2 for coilovers and some rear beam bushes. That's on Wednesday. An FN2 in for loads of work on Thursday. And an EP3 in for even more work. Drag cartel cams, timing chain injectors. That's all on Friday. Moving over to Monday. I can't go through the entire diary till July. But yes, lots of cool Honda stuff coming up. And like I said earlier, you know, how privileged are you when you get to actually do what you want for yourself for a living? That's why you got to stay positive. Got to stay positive. You got to be happy. We're taking this positivity to the next level. And when you see some of the stuff that's coming out of Uncle Keith's paint shop, it's gorgeous. You'll like that. Let me. Yeah. I do like an S2000. I was considering one, you know, before the FN2. Someone trying to book an FN2 in for next month. Yeah, I do like an S2000. I drove one once when we first opened Dynodaze about 11 years ago. I managed to drive a beautiful blue one with gold wheels, and I'd never driven one before. And it was lovely to drive, absolutely lovely. Really liked it. I like the seated position and the digital dash. Yeah, S2000s are good. They're getting rare though now. They're getting rare because they don't half rot. A bit like any Honda, I suppose. But they don't half rot. Yeah. Anyway, that's my coffee done, guys. I'm gonna go and do some. I'm gonna do some more work. I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna list some more bits and bobs on the website. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do that. I'm gonna check on my shares in a couple of hours. I've got quite a bit of Tesla shares that I need to dump. Was it the most powerful 2-litre NA engine when it came out? It certainly sounds like something that could be possible. Yeah, it certainly sounds like something that could be possible. Did you know that the 3-pot diesel Colt engine was the most powerful 3-pot ever at the time it came out? So even the little Colts have got a little claim to fame there as well. Was per litre, says Brian. Well done. Yes, I'm going to go and do a bit of work. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the likes, and thanks to the members that have subscribed. Obviously, that buys my coffee, so I appreciate it. We should really have a Dynodaze coffee brand. I think I'll probably just get through that mostly myself. Is that true? Is there less than 300 CZTs on the road now? Wowza. I bet I could probably buy all them for the price of the Challenger I'm going to have to buy. That's mad. Well, I know that I've got a CZT. So there's one of them. So that's 299 others. Is that just CZTs, or does that include CZC turbos as well? Do you know, Chris? Because obviously I've got a CZC turbo as well as a CZT. Wow, that is interesting. Love a Colt. I'll always have a Colt. I will always have a Colt. I'm really looking forward to seeing someone put down a decent time at Santa Pod in a Colt. Give me something to beat. Daz is a great YouTube channel, by the way, guys. If you follow a YouTube channel today, make sure it's Daz R's. He's absolutely brilliant. Best YouTube content there is. Interesting, Chris. We'll have to have a chat about that. You're on Facebook, ain't you, mate? We'll have to have a chat about that and see. I've owned a lot. I've owned a lot of CZTs. So I would imagine of those 300 on the road, I've probably owned like 10% of them. Bardsey coilover price. Was I supposed to be quoting you on coilovers? I could certainly do that. Message me, man. Message me on Facebook and remind me. It's a good channel, mate. You deserve it. You deserve it, my friend. Right, I am going to go and do some. I can hear Uncle Keith, so he probably needs to lift off with something. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Peace out, everyone. Be nice to each other. Be good and be positive.